Hey everyone, Steven here, and welcome to my little library of horrors. So today's video is going to be a book haul video. Um, I've had a lot of pickups the past couple weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks since my last haul video. I don't really remember, but it's going to be a special Father's Day edition. I know it's like a week after Father's Day, but I had to get my books in the mail. I special ordered some from my wife and my kids as a gift. So, they let me choose because they know what I like. So, but anyway, there's a lot to cover, so I really don't want to make this video super long. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop right in. So this first batch of books that I got is sort of the continuation from my last haul video where I went to that new bookstore I finally got to stop at, where the woman said she had a whole collection of horror books that she just got in, about 40 books that no one had gone through yet, and she was going to have them put out the next day. So I went back the next day, brought some books in for some store credit, and found a really good haul. The first book I managed to find in there is The Maynard's House by Herman Raucher right there. Um, this was in Paperbacks from Hell, which I didn't know at the time when I came back home, and I usually check Paperbacks from Hell just to see if anything I have was in there to add to my special shelf that I have for them specifically. But was really happy to find this in there for $2 actually. Let's see that right there. $2 for that. Sounds pretty good. I'm actually reading Naomi's Room right now by Jonathan Aycliffe, so super in the mood for hauntings. It's really good right now. So I'm pretty excited to get to this one eventually. Let's see. The next one is this one right here. This is also another Paperbacks from Hell. And this is The Savior by Marvin Werlin and Mark Werlin. So apparently, I'm assuming brothers, probably. But yeah, super cool cover. I really like white covers with just a little bit of color on them. I think the black and the red look really good. Another really good example of that is Dead White by Alan Ryan. All white cover with like a splash of red, white lettering in there for the book title. Really cool. I like that one. Super excited to add this. Like I said, again, another $2 find. Not too shabby. Let's see here. Oh, this next one I'm actually pretty excited to have found, which is Monstrosity by Edward Lee. You really can't find a lot of his stuff out in the wild. At least I don't. This is the first Edward Lee I found out in the wild, minus the short story collection, Triage, with him, Jack Ketchum, and I have it right here. Right here. Richard Lehman. So, great trio right there. I haven't read it, but I'm excited to get that. But anyway, yeah, super excited to add a standalone Edward Lee novel to my collection. $3.50 for this one, which, again, more understandable. His stuff is, again, a little rarer to find. But yeah, super excited to add that to my collection as well. Let's see. The next one is this one by Ray Garton. It's called Ravenous. I don't think I've really heard anything about Ray Garton at all. Don't know any of his work. I'm not familiar with the name. Cover's kind of cool. A little more of the modern style, which isn't really my thing, but yeah, $4 for it. So I'm not sure. Like I said, not really 100% sure about it, but hey, it was there. I don't have anything by him, I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, the next one I got was Family Reunion by Joyce Harrington. Really cool cover on that. I like the embossed feeling on the fence here. Pretty cool. I think this is a great cover. Very simple, but I think effective. I personally like simple covers. I think they add a lot. It's not too crowded or busy and not trying to say too much. But another $2 find on that one, which was pretty awesome. Yeah, never heard of this author either, but can never have too many new authors in the collection, I guess. My next find was After Midnight by Richard Lehman, which it's rare that I find anything I don't have by him already. I have a ton of his work. I usually find his stuff all over the place, but this was one I didn't have, so I was really excited to fill that gap in. I've only read one Lehman novel, Endless Night. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Super great novel. But yeah, I would read more of his stuff. I'll get to him eventually. But I think this was $4. Yeah, $4 right there. Yeah, usually the UK covers are way better. I'm pretty sure he's based in the United Kingdom, so his covers are way better over there than what we get here in the States, so. But hey, I'll take it. Let's see. The next one is Prey by William W. Johnstone. Yeah, I think I have maybe one or two of his books. I found this for $3. I'm not super familiar with his work. I don't even think I've really read anything by him. I just know I have a couple of his books. I want to say he's another person that does really well with his covers. I think he has a lot of like old school skeleton covers. I could be totally wrong, but I know the name is familiar. I just haven't read anything by him. Let's see. Then the next one I picked up was kind of an interesting find. It's called Phantom by Thomas Tessier. There we go. Get a good look at that there. Yeah, it looked pretty interesting. Never heard of it. It was only $2. And then when I got home and looked it up, I see that it's going for like $30 to $40 online. So, pretty excited to have found this in there. Not the best condition, but hey, I'm not going to complain. A rare find's a rare find to me. And last but absolutely not least in that haul was a really big James Herbert haul, which I am really excited about. If you've seen my last haul video, that I picked up, I think one or two books from him in that haul. I don't remember. But yeah, let's see what we got. So the first one I found was this one, Haunted by James Herbert here. Pretty cool cover. I really like that. That little shadow there. I really like shadows on covers. I think they're pretty unsettling and stuff. So, yeah. And it's got the old school house. Nice and embossed. My favorite covers. I honestly even like embossed covers more than I like die cut ones. Just kind of like the feel to them. But yeah, that was one. The next one I found was The Ghosts of Sleeth. I hope I said that right. Probably not, but yeah, just another one. Nothing really stands out about it other than it was James Herbert I didn't have. But yeah. Next is called Once, also by James Herbert, obviously. It's part of the 4-book haul from James Herbert. Again, another embossed cover, pretty cool looking. It's got some pretty nice illustrations on the inside, actually. I didn't know that. I didn't take a look at those. That's pretty interesting. That looks pretty cool. There we go. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I didn't even notice those inside. There's one last one here I'll show. There we go. Yeah, pretty interesting. Didn't see those inside, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like that. Last but certainly not least, this one I'm extremely excited to have found. If you've seen my last haul, then you know that I picked up Domain by James Herbert. I believe it was a second, maybe even a third printing, which I won't complain. It was one I really wanted for my collection. Was happy to have found it in the wild. So I didn't complain. But when I went back down the next day to check, I found a first printing of Domain, which I am over the moon to have found. I still, for the life of me, cannot find a copy of The Rats. I really want to find it in the wild. It's one I really don't want to have to buy online. I'm dying to read it. I hate rats. They're like one of my biggest phobias. So I really, really want to read it. But yeah, I'm super, super happy to have found this for $2, which I think is an absolute steal for a first print of this. So yeah, very happy to have found that. But yeah, that was pretty much my haul from the second trip to the bookstore. Really happy with that. I think I spent about $20 after all my store credit was put through. So definitely not bad to add a couple of gaps into the collection, to find a one that I've been wanting for years now. Very happy with that. So thanks to Violet's Book Exchange over in Claremont, New Hampshire. Very great bookstore if you ever happen to stop by. Huge selection upstairs, downstairs, middle floor. Definitely check it out if you're ever in the area. The next two books that I got were actually a special gift from my uncle. He was down in Florida. He's been an antique dealer his whole life. He's been doing it longer than I've been alive. So he's actually kind of the whole reason why I even collect in general. So yeah, whenever he goes out, he takes a look out for me for books. Used to just be Stephen King, pretty much. That was pretty much all he knew. But as we talked more and more about, what I liked, what more popular authors are, rare ones to look out for, and things like that, he's been getting me some really good stuff, which I'm super thankful for. But one of them he got for me was this really, really nice copy of Nightmare Season by Charles L. Grant. It is just absolutely gorgeous cover. Pristine condition, honestly. It genuinely looks unread, to be totally honest. But yeah, I'm super excited to have this. It looks like it was published by Severn House. I'm not really familiar with that one. But yeah, super excited about this. This is going to go over in my last case for my special editions and autographed ones and whatnot. The other one he found for me, is Friday Night in Beast House by Richard Lehman. And this is a Cemetery Dance edition, which is awesome. Finding any kind of Cemetery Dance edition, anything out in the wild is, just mind-blowing. It's great, great find. Again, looks completely unread, to be totally honest. Very, very nice condition. Yep, first edition. Brand new. Honestly, has to be brand new. There's almost no wear on this thing at all. But yeah, very, very happy to have these two in my collection. Yeah, so Uncle, if you're watching, thanks a bunch. Love ya. Thanks again. So the last of my haul are my Father's Day gifts that my wife and my kids bought for me. I did the shopping myself, just like I said earlier. I know what I like. They just say, it's from us. So, I bought a couple that I really, really wanted. A few that I feel like I probably wouldn't find in the wild. You never know, but in the condition they're almost all brand new condition. It's just probably not going to happen in the wild, to be totally honest. So I treated myself a little bit to it. But the first one I bought is this copy of The Oni by Gordon Linsner. Absolutely gorgeous cover. Just look at that. Nice, embossed, detailed. It is just, and even the spine, this is, again, another almost pristine copy. It looks barely read. Very minimal shelf wear. I love Japanese lore, especially the feudal era. So this was a must-have. As soon as I saw the cover posted, I knew I needed to have this. I'm so happy to have it in my collection now, especially in the condition that it's in. And from the reviews I read, it's supposed to be really good. A lot of action, well-paced, fleshed-out characters. So I'm excited to get to this one, to be honest. I really can't wait to check this one out. The next one I got is, again, I had seen the cover posted, and it just instantly stood out to me. I knew I needed it. And that was Webs by Scott Baker. I just absolutely love this cover. It's embossed. I think the color scheme is fantastic. You rarely see an orange and green kind of color scheme on anything. I love the attention to detail. You can see the little hairs on the spider's legs there. The webbing looks great. Everything about it just is fantastic. I love spiders. I think they're really fascinating. I love stories about spiders. So, didn't have the best reviews, but you know what? I enjoy pulp horror. When I want something mindless and fun, that's what I go to. And I have a feeling I'm personally really going to enjoy this book. So yeah, this is one I absolutely, again, am excited to have in my collection. So the last one I got was one that I didn't really know I wanted until probably a week ago when I was skimming through my paperbacks from Hell copy. And I happened to stumble on this cover, and something about it just really stuck out to me. I really enjoyed the color scheme of it. The painting is very unsettling, which I really love in my covers, in my books. Everything about horror, I like unsettled. I'm not a huge fan of massive gore or extreme violence or anything. I like atmosphere, unsettling things of that nature. And this cover just hits every point for me. And that is A Glow of Candles by Charles L. Grant. And this cover is just beautiful. There's really no other word for it other than beautiful. I love the color scheme, again, the detail, and there's just something about it that really makes me just unsettled. Again, I can't really think of a better word. I feel like there's just something we're not seeing, and it's there. Like, I really love that the backdrop like looks like an actual wall, but it's just a curtain. Yeah, fantastic, absolutely fantastic cover. Done by the very, very, very talented Jill Bowman. Um, yeah, funny story actually. I posted about this in one of my Facebook groups, and I had mentioned how I would love to get it signed by the artist because I think it's fantastic. Funny enough, she was in the group, and she was like, "Hey, if you want to send your copy out to me, I'd be happy to sign it for you." I, of course, was like, "Sure, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you." So this is going to get sent out in the mail sometime, probably on Monday or Tuesday. And it'll be signed, and it'll be a new crown jewel in my collection. Yeah. But that's everything. That's all the books I got pretty much for the month of June. I really don't think I'm going to be getting anything else anytime soon. Um, yeah, I think I've done a pretty good dent in my wallet this month buying books and things like that. July, I'm sure, will be, I hope, very fruitful with the yard sales starting to really pop off now. Um, yeah, lots of yard sales, more warehouse sales, barn sales, bookstores, things like that. I'll be scouring the place, so I really hope July is just as great as June was. But thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos, or liking, leaving a comment, or subscribing, or anything like that. I just kind of do this for fun. You know, it's just something I love to share my passion of books. So it's really something I do for fun. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.